Good day, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back this lovely Thursday afternoon to the absolute shit show that is called trading and trading Bitcoin specifically. Next to me joining today again is the one and only 𝗏𝗏𝗄𝗏𝗧.
What's going on, guys?
So yeah, Bitcoin. I don't even know what to say, to be honest.
What a shit show, man.
Yeah, it's insane. This thing is on Xanax and cocaine at the exact same time. It's too tame to do anything, but yet at the same time it's too aggressive and it's doing everything. Oil just had a 3.5% move. We have data coming out. Bitcoin is up for the day 2.48%. The dollar is not doing much. Also made an incredible move to the upside. Looks to be going back below 100 yet again. Economic data still looks to be bleak. It's bleak. What can I say? So what we just had is we had core PPI coming in, where greater than forecast is good for currency. Well, it was slightly below, but it's dropping. PPI over the monthly came in way harder than expected. Unemployment claims neutral. We have a press conference that has just been done or is ongoing. So right now, theoretically, it's waiting for the markets to actually open. As you can see, the liquidity is getting stacked more and more to the downside yet again because the price is refusing to wipe anything below 61k. We're trailing above the VWAP and above the EMAs on the 5-minute time frame. Again, liquidity is stacking across almost all currencies or across all trading pairs, even for Solana, ETH, and it's a weird position to be in. It's an absolutely weird position where there's threats of getting boots on the ground in Iran. There's threats of that the whole negotiations have failed. The economy does not look like it's getting better, yet the stock markets and everything around it seems to be going up. So yeah.
What a shit show. The DXY, there's no buyers in control, the sellers are not in control. We're just waiting for the buyers to be in control and then we can dump Bitcoin.
Yeah, I think we agree here both. This looks like a prime area to short. Honestly, the last red part of volume that I'm seeing is right in the middle at 63,470. Listen, if it breaks above that, it's gonna be a completely different game. But for me, this would be the only position I'm willing to take now. There's zero chance I'm longing this. There's absolutely zero chance.
And for whoever was on the webinar this morning on our Discord,
yeah,
they also got the same kind of entry since this morning. So
okay.
No one is losing there.
No.
No one is getting
So
rough.
for who missed it, we have a couple of new traders, great additions to our Discord and to our amazing community. One of them is sitting next to me, Yusuf, aka 𝗏𝗏𝗄𝗏𝗏𝗧. Why? Because, well, listen, as soon as you guys get to know him better, the stories will be infinite, will be magnificent, and will be epic.
The only difference between me and 𝗏𝗏𝗄𝗏𝗏, the real one, is that I put my balls on the line for you guys.
Yeah, and I'm actually afraid that most of your stories are true. Now that I come to think of it. But okay. So the next show with Dylan is not going to be upcoming Friday. It's going to be in 2 weeks because Dylan feels the need to take a holiday. Well, I can't help it either. Yeah. So the Discord is still free. Not much updated there. It will remain free. Not much updated there either. We have people streaming on ScalpX YouTube as well now, which is mostly Thomas and 𝗏𝗏𝗄𝗏𝗏 next to me. My earpiece still keeps falling out, so no news there either. There will not be a Sunday evening stream since I'm traveling. And I won't stream tomorrow. Maybe if you guys ask nicely, the guy next to me is wanting to stream tomorrow.
Depending on how much requests we get.
It's a cliffhanger. The guy is expensive. What can I say?
Send the DMs in the general chat on the
Send
Discord.
the DMs in the okay, buddy. Chento friend, so we are going for a short. Yes, Selma. When is the next show with Dylan? I answered that one. How was the wedding, man? It's tomorrow. Bitcoin analysis, please. Bitcoin is an absolute shitcoin. It should break down. The maximum it can go, in my opinion, is 63.4 to 63.5. And from there, it should come down because all the data that came in is looking pretty bleak. DXY is holding above 100, which can never be a good sign for the stock markets. I'm curious to see how New York is going to open. If this keeps on continuing to rally up, well, then I have to admit that nothing makes sense and I was wrong. Because people apparently can't read it. I can not make it clearer than this. As of right now, you can see that we've been trapping and compressing against the 63k range. My biggest issue is with this whole pattern, and I don't know how you see it, but normally these patterns tend to just absolutely annihilate everything to the upside. Even CVD is rising, so the influx and the volume is actually bullish. For me, that's ridiculous, to be honest. If you see where we are in the market, if you see what conditions we're trading, if you see what's happening in the world, that everything just bluntly remains bullish. Oh man, I'm done with this earpiece. Like literally fuck that shit.
I guess that's how they get the people, you know? People don't look at the overall direction and then they just focus on the midday or a session direction and they get rug pulled just like that.
Yeah. The thing is, you cannot deny the fact that it's crazy that, hello, we're gonna do something or give my trading view a minute here. If you look at where Nasdaq still is, Nasdaq isn't even that far off from its previous all-time high. So according to now, till the all-time high is a 7%, right? That it has come down. Dow Jones is also finally rolling over a bit. Everything seems to be rolling over except oil. Oil has to make up its mind what it's actually want to do because this is pick a side, you know. But Bitcoin held pretty strong. I know you have a notebook with your trades, so.
Gold, which give us a good direction. We're looking to short gold into the area of 39480.
From where?
We're just waiting for a nice pullback, a healthy pullback, and then...
You want to long it?
Short.
It's now at 4,080.
Yeah, so we want to short it to 39480.
Okay, and from where? From 4,100, or you're looking for higher, or?
We're looking for a healthy pullback. I will drop everything on the Discord.
Okay. Based on Elliott wave below 63.8, the direction is down. I agree the direction should be down anyways. The fact that it's not and that we're even having an argument is crazy to me. Okay, please tell us the levels for the next show because I can't read it. Bro, if you can't read this, you know. There's not much more I can do for you. Is this 10k challenge trade? I cannot remember having a 10k challenge.
Thomas.
Yeah.
That's Thomas, that's not me, guys.
Still long from 59? Yep. And I see no reason to let go of it or no reason to close it. Bro, but what do you want me to unblur it for you or what? It's blurry. That's why we can't read it. Bro, I cannot unblur my screen now. So again, it's 63,474. I don't know why my screen is actually being blurry. It's I think it's a new thing that it's trying to try out here. It's kind of annoying. Let's see if the other earpiece works. The thing doesn't even work. Magnificent. So yeah, we're just all weekend basic. Where can I learn to trade like you? I would start in the Discord, to be honest. We're just still absolutely free for everyone.
You must join the webinars that we do in the mornings.
Yes,
at
that's
11.
also very, very great
We
help.
throw a lot of tricks on how to adapt to every market condition, which is very important when it comes to trading. So just attend that and ask questions. Gold, we're looking to short around 4,150 in that area. Keep an eye on that. You can use a previous leg fib to get an accurate entry. GBP NZD we entered a couple of days ago. We currently sitting at 1 to 16 risk to reward, and our final target is 1 to 22. We took that on Tuesday, the 9th of June.
Nice. Chento, a start at 1k to 100k? No. Especially not in these current market conditions, because I think I'm gonna fry everyone's brain if I try to attempt a challenge with the current PA. It's not gonna be good for anyone involved. Not for my peace of mind and my sanity, because the average questioning is it has its unique challenges as well. Let me put it there.
Yeah, it's not pleasant. Been trying this whole morning to wait for confirmations and get a short on GA, and the market just don't want to give us anything.
No, this is one of the few times that I've genuinely seen the market not give anything on whatever pair whatsoever. It's crazy.
Yeah. That's why you get into a swing sometime, you know? Just so you can make some money in the background if you don't get a trade in a day. You know, the most difficult part for traders is staying out of the market. Most people don't know how to do that.
Yeah. King A sounds like my scammer who goes every week. Only King A makes me money. Normally he asks you for your bank details. Today he doesn't.
The webinar is on the Discord.
For the people with reading disorders. Banana zone for shorting. Bro, I don't see honestly why that price is still here. It's pretty interesting. The fact that they can hold it with not even that much pressure, even though there is quite... What I don't get is there's influx, right? So the volume is actually bullish. Not that bullish. We have 104 million minus in the mid-range, 132 minus in the lower range, and only 18 million plus bullish volume in the whale side. So theoretically, whales look to be the only ones that are buying. With more than 250 million negative volume pressuring down, Bitcoin still cannot go down. Which means that for 100% certainty, they're artificially trapping it here. And I've rarely seen this, but the times I have seen it, it doesn't end well. Look at how immediately V-shaped they buy up every small dump that is even trying to be there. Even though you can see by the candle size that we are actually trying to push down. The volume and the pressure is down. The influx of orders is down. CVD is up. Absolutely 0 cents. So my advice is, if you're not in a position,
try to get the cheapest price.
No, don't get in. Don't trade it.
Yeah, just try to get the cheapest price. Wait for a new high to be formed and just get in.
Yeah, I would not get in a position right here, right now.
It's to be honest, if you look at Nasdaq, at NAS 100, that I'm looking at right now, it looked like it's giving us the same price action. Do you see that? So I'm looking to short at 29.16.
Which one?
Nasdaq, NAS 100.
You want NAS 100? Oh yeah. What are you referring? What do you want to see?
The short, it's look like it's giving the same pattern like on the 15 minutes as Bitcoin. You know, we had the push to the downside, but it's obviously need to be taken out.
Yeah.
Yeah, if we zoom in.
Yeah, it looks like the pressure is there, but this is what I mean, right? There's influx volume down. Then there's a V-shaped recovery, but every market on this, it's not even a full V-shape. It's like a slow bleed to death. But still, every other market, if you look at Bitcoin, etc., and even the stocks yesterday, they're oversensitive to this and they just go to the upside. It looks like they flipped the switch again from constantly dumping to, you know what?
Let's get some money out.
Yeah, we thought about it.
Does any of you guys trade here CFDs? What do you guys actually look at? What do you trade? Do most of you trade Bitcoin? Any of you been trading currencies recently?
Alex Moss, can you explain your hedging tactic? Yeah, very easy. As soon as one of the two is in very big position and you think it's gonna bounce, open the other one as well. Listen, hedging only works if you are very, very, very correct in the initial move. You can't hedge a trade that is a minus because you will always end up in the same minus in the end. Hedging only works with profitable positions. So your initial position and your initial bias has to be right. Otherwise, hedging is useless. Sorry, man, it's my viewers. Most of them only trade Bitcoin. I taught them well. I told them to stay away from shitcoins, to stop looking at all the bullshit.
No, don't push it, please. I don't trade shitcoins. We trade currencies.
No, I'm not saying that you, but we both know enough people that are specialized in the shitcoin shenanigans.
No, we don't do that over here. We trade real assets. 90% of people don't know how to trade currencies.
Currencies is a different beast, I must admit.
People don't understand how much money there is to be made on currencies. If you go and you look at the Discord and you look at my channel, my guys up over 200% buy. I think they took 5 trades and hit take profit. Some of them are still swinging it, and we up over 200%, and they risk 3.3% on each trade. You do the math.
Well, I get why people sometimes think that you're scamming. Because if I hear you speak like this, I get it.
No, they must go to the Discord, see it for themselves.
So guys, we have 340 people watching right now and only 50 likes. I know all of you are capable of pressing buttons, otherwise you would not have ended up here. So do us a favor, press the like button. It's the only thing we're asking basically. The rest, everything we do is for free. So I have another question for you guys. Type 1 in the chat if you're bullish, type 2 if you're bearish. I want to see where everyone's head is at, what everyone is thinking, what's going on? What are we thinking? What are we seeing? What are we feeling? 2. Anything that moves makes money. That's true, man. You can make money on absolutely anything. Like the likes, that's never a bad idea. 2. Oh, bro, there's a lot of people that are bearish, right? There's some bullish ones coming in. Still a lot of 2s, predominantly 2s. Bullarish. Some people are bullarish. It's the same as schlonging Bitcoin. 1 until 66.68. Ooh, that's quite the ask there, man. It's quite the ask. Gold dropping. Want to see 50k soon? Yeah, but the thing is, normally with gold dropping, we could have an idea, right? But now if someone says gold dropping, I don't even know what it means for Bitcoin. And I'm gonna be completely honest. I have absolutely zero clue.
Well, it's good for the short, I guess.
Theoretically, yeah.
Because it's the gold versus the dollar. So if dollar is strong, you have Bitcoin versus the dollar.
Yeah, theoretically, yes. But in practice, it doesn't work like that anymore.
No, 100%.
Bro, I've seen... We talked about it in person last week. There was a day where DXY was up, stocks was up, Nasdaq, S&P, gold, oil.
They're all moving in the same direction.
Yeah,
It
yeah.
never made sense. That was 3 days ago.
I have never seen that in my life. I genuinely never seen in my life that every asset class was moving into the same direction at the same moment. That was genuinely insane. But yeah, it happens here. Look at this as well, that they're constantly compressing in the same range. But the only issue that I have with this current range is that it's constantly grinding up as well, right? It's not giving back liquidity. It's not really giving back anything. It's not releasing. It's pretty much the same that we've seen up all the way to 82.
Yeah.
You could feel that it wanted to dump, but it just didn't. It was constantly nagging against it. Until, well, we all know we went from 80 almost straight to 58. But still, it's a tricky place to be. It's a tricky environment to trade right now. And guys, don't get me wrong, I get it. Also me, I'm tired by this market, man. I'm so absolutely fucking done with this bullshit, PA. I'm done with how they're moving it. I'm done with what they're doing with it. Are these guys in a short? No, these guys are waiting for the market to, you know, we poked it and it's not really working.
Yesterday also I've sent it on the Discord. I say currently both gold and DXY are moving down together, so stay out of the market. Like guys, I've been, for the past couple of days, I've been running, well, I'll give you an example. Yesterday, I'm running like 10 pairs and I didn't even get one entry.
Yeah.
That's how terrible the market has been.
Yeah, but look at for example this as well, right? These are the last 3 5-minute candles, okay? So it starts to retrace and it just pumps back up 0.35%. That's 0.1% per candle. The moves are getting bigger. It doesn't look like they're breaking this line. It feels like the complete market is in denial. We all know what needs to happen, right? And I get it, because the market maker wants more liquidity. The market maker wants to absolutely fuck everyone there is. But it's, you can exaggerate your position, right? You could make it less obvious. Yeah. It's like I know you're scamming us, but please don't insult our intelligence. That would be greatly appreciated.
I think even New York don't give us the short. Asia will definitely dump, and when Asia dumps hard.
Yeah, and when Asia dumps, London should dump as well, because London has been buying back like there's no tomorrow for the last week.
I've seen some.
Have you seen the London moves?
I've been watching it. It's
London fakes out to the downside and then all of a sudden rockets up from wherever it comes from. I've rarely seen this sort of aggression in London. And it's been happening basically since the Iran war. London has become a way more predominant session, where the moves in London have become bigger. London has been predominantly green. The aggression is back. The volume is not even back, but the size of the moves in London, it's insane.
Which I don't like, to be honest. Me personally, I don't like that.
No, we used to have crazy Asia that could do theoretically everything. London more or less peaceful in between, and then violence in the US. And now
100%,
there are days where London is doing the violence. It's not even US anymore.
And if you guys look at how price is printed and you look at the structure of the candles on the London session, it used to be like the cleanest out of all sessions. Now it's just gone terrible.
Yes, London was for quite some time the best tradable session there was. Like by far the best tradable session. Why? Because New York had so much violence and so much influence that London gave clear entries, clear exits, less scam pumps, less new news influx, less fluctuative towards external inputs, and Uncle Donald was asleep, so that also helped a lot.
100%. And if you are, for example, in a drawdown, you had a chance to get out break even. Now these days you don't get a chance. It just goes boom.
The market used to give a lot of second chances, where you could indeed either exit break even, the market would show its hand previously. You could already see something boiling under the surface. But the market it's getting smarter, but it's also getting more and more ferocious. Right now what you see is you have a 3-4% range. Smack the range, smack the range, smack, smack, smack. And then all of a sudden it's a 10 to 12%. Boom!
Yeah.
It's a move.
And how much liquidation is happening there?
Yeah, billions. Normally you could say, and I've checked the data even, normally a 200-300% liquidation on a day, or 200-300 million would already be enough that the market couldn't absorb it anymore and would either retrace, give a V-shaped recovery, at least have a move. Now it just
continues.
800 million and the market maker is still like, give me more, give me more, give me more. I have it all. And that's, yeah. We need something also for the maturity of trading. I think for across the board, not just Bitcoin. It's very weird, man. It's very weird. Especially if you see how big the other asset classes are. They're trillion-dollar markets with insane market caps. It's yeah, it's moving like shitcoins. Nasdaq as well. Let's be honest, Nasdaq moves like a shitcoin. It does 3-4% moves a day.
Nasdaq, it gave us a 1 to 22 just like that on the stream. If you guys go to 𝗨𝗏𝗄𝗃 and you rewatch the stream that we did, we called the Nasdaq short on the live stream, because every time we do a live stream on 𝗨𝗏𝗃, we try to put in a position or two that we can take together. So we took this short on Nasdaq and it gave us a 1 to 22 within 1 4-hour candle. That is absolutely insane. 1 4-hour candle, imagine that. 1 to 22, and everyone was risking 3.3%, so everyone was up big on that day.
You know what they call that, right? Fucking juicy.
Yeah.
Just juicy.
It's like a Latina, you know?
Yeah. You know, look at this sell-off as well. I'm just gonna ignore what you just said. Look at this single candle prior to New York, 0.39%. It's not a normal candle to have. You know, we are seeing the same candles in terms of actual metrics, $200, $300, $400 that we would have seen at 100K.
Yeah, 100%.
It's just people forgot that we're not at 100K anymore, but we're at 60. So a $300 move is 0.4, 0.5%.
It seemed like at 4 o'clock it's just gonna get more crazy. You're just gonna see a candle that's gonna go boom to the upside.
Yeah. So what's the framework behind the 3.3% risk? I don't know. It's not my trade. So King, take the floor.
3.3%, I think it's a sweet spot. You're not risking 5%, you're not risking 10%. If you up 1 to 10, that's 33%, so you need 3 trades for the month on your W account.
Okay, so it's basically calculated towards potential profit instead of towards risk. It's still manageable to the downside.
100%.
It's not 5%, whatever, it's not killing your account, but it's also with upside calculations. I like that.
Because minimum trades we take on 𝗨𝗏𝗃 on the Discord is 1 to 5.
Yes.
So you can lose 5 trades in a row and you still break even if you make 1. It works. It's been working. I don't see anything wrong with that, you know?
No, I get it. I understand. What indicators you use in the TradingView chart? These are 𝗨𝗏𝗃's community indicators. They're not yet live. One is making clouds to give direction and understanding of what the timeframes are doing, and the other one is our own liquidation indicator that visualizes where liquidity and where liquidations are. We need a bit more time before everything will be live. Do you guys on proper? I cannot decipher your sentence. So, given everything I've seen this week, like, wow, we are due an absolute shithouse of a dump. Theoretically, yes, but don't forget, people, and I've been saying this for months now, the market can stay irrational longer than we can stay liquid. So it doesn't have to do anything. It doesn't need to do anything. All it can potentially very much and very well do is hurt us. Right in the feelings, right in the wallet. I don't like this trading market, man. I think this is genuinely, and you've been in the market for quite some time as well. For me, it's now 8 years. This is the hardest market I ever tried to trade.
It is. I agree with you 100%. If you only, especially if you're only looking at Bitcoin and you only trade Bitcoin.
Yes.
Imagine looking at 8 pairs and you used to getting 5 trades a day, you know?
Yeah. Now you have to scrape for 1 every 2 to 3 days.
100%.
It's insane.
It's crazy. And your brain just have to go all over the place. And on Bitcoin, you just sit. Like I said, these days it's harder to sit out of the markets because, it's gonna look like it's gonna go up. It look like it's gonna go up 1 candle, and then they're next all against you. You know.
The speed at which the irrationality of the market can change is unseen. Normally, it would give a direction and slightly stick to the direction, or you would have the New York, first move is a false move. You would have a stop hunt rise or a small dump with a V-shaped recovery. Now I've seen days where we haven't had a single second of green in New York. But same for red, where it just went off without having clear conviction. Honestly, yesterday after the numbers that we got, I was pretty convinced that we were going to go down. I was surprised yesterday that we just kept on going up that easily. But yeah, guys, we're 3 seconds out of New York. It's time to pray, I guess. It's time to pray.
Let's hope we get some action.
Yeah,
get some
action
entries.
We have already. Look at the 5 seconds here on the right.
Ooh. I'm waiting for that big candle,
Yeah.
to the upside. There we go. Come on.
Great
DX1.
traders in your Discord. Thank you very much. I handpicked them. Some of them are, a bit peculiar, but we're all right. If you want to make it in this industry, you have to be touched by the tism, I guess. No, I'm very happy with the team. I'm very happy with the Discord. I'm very happy how it's going. I'm insanely happy with you guys, the best loving community out there. If you're not part of the Discord yet, make sure to use the link that is pinned in the chat. It's absolutely free. And if you want to support us, if you want to support the traders, make sure to sign up on our exchange links with extra benefits, extra help. And that is what contributes us to being able to make this community better every day. And if you're trading with more than 50k, make sure to send me or John a DM on Discord and we can enroll you to our, everything I do is for free, into our inner circle. Fun trading on TradeStars yesterday as well. That's good feedback there. I hope you won something.
Oh, wow.
It looks...
So this is the entry I gave them this morning.
Oh, wow. Look at oil. Stocks are flying.
So if you guys were on the Discord webinar this morning, I've told you to enter at 214.165.166 on pound yen, and you can never get a better entry than what we just got. If you pull out GBP USD, GBP JPY.
This one?
Yeah. 166, that was our entry. So for whoever is watching and on the webinar,
what was your entry?
It's 214.166. It got us triggered in, right?
Yeah. Should have been triggered.
So whoever is in that trade right now, I recommend you go break even. I'm gonna send it on the Discord. And that's a 1 to...
King of Zulu!
That's a 1 to 16. Which most likely to get triggered today, to be honest.
King of Zulu!
If you guys don't know, pound yen tend to move opposite gold dollar. So if gold is going down, GBP JPY needs to go up.
Normally speaking. Look at the buyback. Look at this buyback on the 5 second. Holy crap.
So this trade on the pound yen whoever got in it, it's 1 to 16. They're risking 3.3% to make 52.8%. You can't fake this.
That's not bad.
You can't fake that.
No. He will call you from a Cambodian phone scheme, but he'll make you the money back in the end as well. So it's pretty solid. What can I say? S&P opened up, Nasdaq opened up, Dow Jones opened up. Guys, what's happening here? What am I watching? The 5-minute EMA looks to be the hold level for now with the complete structure that we're forming. Go, what's up? Hello from the States. You're up pretty early, aren't you? How are you? 2 good trades with Dimitri and King so far. Thank you. You're more than welcome, buddy. Make sure to use our link. How's the music? How's the level? Is it not too loud? Where to trade GBP, AUD? It's at Bybit. Look at the buyback of this candle alone. Oh, the new candle opened pretty. Why would they go up? Like, realistically, what is there to be this bullish about, right? News is coming in hot again. The dollar looks to be going up again. Gold is meh. Oil is dumping. I cannot understand that oil is dumping.
Gold will give you this one push to the upside and then it will just pump to the downside. It usually does that, but in these market conditions, you never know, man. It's crazy. It looks like Nasdaq is gonna show us some love to the downside.
Yeah, but Bitcoin isn't.
DXY, it look like.
Look at this.
It's gonna give us some love.
Exactly on the EMA. It looks like this EMA is the strongest thing. Bro, I think Michael Saylor is in this line. I think Daddy Saylor is defending the line. Trump will attack before FIFA. That might be very well true. Nasdaq is buying up again. S&P, Dow Jones has a mind of its own anyways, so that's also pretty epic. It looks like Bitcoin's gonna fly, to be honest. There's so much bearishness, there's so much pressure, there's so much negativity, and yet they don't manage to go down on any of the stock markets or any of the currencies. It's ridiculous. Can you call Michael Saylor and tell him that he should sell 32 Bitcoin more?
I'll message him.
Yeah, send him a text, you know. Tell Uncle Biden to long oil or something, you know, then we know it's coming down.
Uncle Biden is sleeping. I'll phone Uncle Putin. This guy took the trade. He's like, "Are you a billionaire yet?" After he saw the entry. I was like, "Not yet."
Damn, King Ace saying Putin sounds funny. Yeah, I was just thinking the same thing.
Put in.
Bro, look. This level is being defended like a maniac. It's absolutely being defended like an absolute maniac. It's insane. Nasdaq is retracing the candle. S&P is pumping. Nasdaq is pumping. Dow Jones is Dollar is still neutral. Where's the pressure from? Where do they get this power from? Okay, check the order flow on Bitcoin, pretty please. You can see it on the bottom right of my screen. There's currently a negative flow of 300 million over the last hour, while that price is remaining to hold, which is pretty much GG.
Man, look at that price action on the DXY. I mean, that's absolutely insane. Look at that price action on the 15 minutes. It's insane. That, if you look at that, it's like the buyers are agreeing with the sellers and no one is in control.
Yeah, it's like
100%.
You know what this chart tells you? Everyone is fine with it where it is. Look at that 5-second candle as well. Look at the buyback on this 5-second candle, and I'm telling you that this was exactly on the EMA again. Look.
Yeah.
Perfect.
That's insane.
Perfect. It's like, you know what? We're keeping it here.
We're not going anywhere.
Turn off everything. We agree on the fact that from now on it's stable.
They're gonna wait for everyone to go sleep, pull it up, and then dump it.
Yeah, but this is the most unhealthy stuff I've seen in a long time. Look at the 5 minutes. S&P looks to be shot in the head. Nasdaq is retracing this candle, right? Even the Dow Jones does whatever it wants. And Bitcoin is, you know, I like my EMA. No!
I'm not going anywhere.
No! It's insane. The bulls and bears are having a beer at the level. Yeah, they're chilling, you know? They're in agreement. They're not fighting over it. They're not too fussed. They're not too worried. They're like, okay, we'll take it. We'll have it. We'll keep it. Insane. I've rarely seen this, especially because it's very, very clear. I think to everyone with at least having some market knowledge and market experience, that this is unhealthy. The way that everything has been going up except Bitcoin, which is pretty logical, that this has to retrace. Look at the buyback again on the 5 seconds. It's like it's going down and it's like, nah.
Do you guys want any entries on GBP, NZD? Anyone want to trade currencies? I got a nice entry for you guys for long. I'm just gonna put it out there. If anyone is looking to enter,
look where they bounced again. Sorry for interrupting you.
No worries. On the
you cannot make this up. You cannot make this up. This line is stronger than certain marriages. I've seen marriages. 100%. I've seen marriages that were weaker than this line. I've seen countries go to war for less.
I couldn't agree more.
Absolute madness.
I was saying, if anyone want to go long on GBP NZD, 2.31 flat, that will be a good entry. You can use 10 to 15 points stop loss.
It's time to retrace here. It's on the line again. Come on,
and
buy it back.
I'll give you a 1 to 5.
I'll give you a high five. Nice.
A high five.
See? It's buying back. Bro, I don't know. Listen, this thing is stronger than Trump's opinion. This thing has a higher weighing factor than anything that guy says in a press conference. You know, I'm not gonna go bomb Iran. I'm not gonna go to war. What did you just say? I have no active memory. Okay, buddy. I think Borat at the main market make a great success. Might be.
Look,
a scalp for fun, buddy. I would love to scalp this, but I just can't.
Trump does not need to be in the war, but
no.
He just, there is a reason. I don't know if you guys want to talk about it.
What is this? Look at the volume on that candle. There's zero volume in this. There's no volume. This is nothing. Yeah, you know what it has? World's strongest line. I'm telling you, they're gonna retrace this candle and it's gonna end green in 1 minute 40. Same as here. This thing is on Nasdaq is on air support. Nasdaq lives on hopium, dreams, unicorn tears, and fairy dust. I'm telling you. It's legit living on hopium, tears, and if a lot of liquidation happen on the long or short side, does it mean money is there for MMs so continue that way? No, not necessarily. It means if they've taken the money.
Beautiful. You couldn't be more right than this. I mean, come on, guys. Honestly.
It's a joke. It's absolutely pathetic.
Joke.
It's nothing more, nothing less than straight up being pathetic. This candle by itself is the embodiment of why this market should go to shit. And why the economy should go to shit. This is... yeah. Bro, no volume in it. Look at it. No volume at all. I'm telling you. It's fed by hopium and people named Karen. Wow, the dollar is still going up as well. Keep that in mind. So the dollar is also still going up. How after the news of today and the numbers, S&P and Nasdaq and everything is green as well? Oh, Bitcoin is going for it again.
Bitcoin is very entertaining today.
It is. It's great. It's great entertainment. Listen, if you think that 𝗙𝗃𝗄𝗃 is a scammer, you should try Bitcoin. I'm telling you. Bro, Bitcoin ain't...
There we go. For whoever wants to get into
Look at
GBP
that 5-second
NZD,
candle.
whoever want to get into GBP NZD, you can enter now. Stop loss 10 to 15 pips. For extra confirmation, wait for the 15 minutes candle to close. Let it do its thing and then enter. So
write it out for the Discord. Send it there so people can read it as well.
At 4 o'clock, everyone can go long.
What are you long in? GBP?
NZD, yeah. We already in the long and we up around...
Very nice. FlowX is controlling the market.
We
Bro,
up one...
then tell FlowX it should go down because this is bullshit.
We up over 50% on that position.
Jeez.
Risking 3.3. We have another... that's 1 to 16.
Have you seen this candle on the S&P? On the left. Have you seen the S&P candle?
Wow.
Have you seen the Nasdaq one?
Shit.
Nasdaq is just printing a 0.4% candle up. Sorry, 0.5. I was too slow with my mouse. 0.55.
Well, look at that candle on the Bitcoin.
Oh, this whole market is driven by a clown. It's like I'm watching a circus.
I would love to meet him.
Yeah.
I'll go Allahu Akbar.
Well, you cannot say it on a live stream. As 𝗙𝗃𝗄𝗃 is a pilot, I said to him there's like minus 400% chance that I ever get in a plane with this guy. Even Dow Jones is going up. Even Dow Jones agrees with the stock market. You know?
What is gold doing?
Oil is plummeting. Gold is flying as well.
Nice. Guys,
Dixie is dying.
That's a healthy pullback, I think. I think that's what it usually happens before a dump.
My brother, there's nothing healthy about anything I'm looking at my screen.
I mean, we just call it healthy, you know.
Yeah, we just call it healthy.
Otherwise, everyone will be scared. They go off the chart.
They should be. They should be scared.
Wow, look at that GJ entry. Absolutely insane.
Look at this bounce from the line up. 0.7% bounce from the mythical, magical line.
So if we hold this level on GBP NZD, we're gonna go long. Let me just send it to the Discord.
Oh man. I wish I had the energy of the American stock markets. This is the... And we need this entertainment every day. Bring back the fun to New York Open. I'm working on it, man.
If you had that much energy, you will have a lot of girlfriends.
Jesus. Jesus. Look at the moves, right? This is 1, 2, 3. The first 4 candles, so the first 20 minutes, especially with the last candle close, is 0.7%. Even these markets, which are multi-trillion markets, move like it's they just got listed a pump fund. You know?
Which market?
S&P and Nasdaq. They're moving like they just got listed on pumpfund.com. You know what I mean? It's like shitcoin bonanza. King A starting to join BTC. Bro, he better. He always enjoyed BTC.
Alright, if we hold this area.
Oh, Bitcoin's flying again. Look. They tried to get under the line and then they said, nah. You know what we're gonna do? I'm gonna pump your balls off. Bro, what am I watching? Like, genuinely. It's a serious question. What am I watching?
This look like it's gonna be a good trade. That's a 1, 2, 8. So just need to hold that area. 9 minutes to go, guys. We can be in a nice long on GBP NZD.
Wait, what is? It would be fun to be Chento's girlfriend. He would be ragging about the market and then fall asleep. Still, she would buy a lot of stuff. Bro, why is that comment still pretty tame but unhinged at the same time?
ChatGPT, he used ChatGPT.
Oh, drop the 89 watt tensions are easing, I guess. No one knows why. No one knows what. No one understands it. Would you still short Bitcoin? Yes.
We need DXY to show us some love, guys. We need DXY to pump to the upside. I would prefer actually for DXY to dump for a bit first so we can get a cheaper price.
What, you want to kill me?
We want to get a cheaper price at 63,450 around there. And then we can rally to the upside on DXY. That'll be nice.
Bro, what am I watching here? Bro, Nasdaq just fucked off again. This is madness, man. Absolute madness. And there's a love-fight relationship with BTC. No, it's mostly fight. Oh, it's retracing the candle a bit for now, for the next 7 seconds, I think. Bro, Nasdaq is absolutely flying. S&P is flying. Dow Jones is flying. It's... How long can a market go up in a straight line? I measured for the war, right? So since the war started, I think the market went up 33% or something.
Ooh, look at that candle. Look at that. Look at that.
That 5-second candle. Yeah, again, without volume, huh? Look at, there's not that much volume.
Look at that. Jesus. I think we're gonna get a nice short now, guys. Hang
Yeah.
on the live.
The 63.5 is probably gonna hit. They're gonna take this liquidity. They have to. Especially with Nasdaq in rocket mode. So Nasdaq is up 1.61% again, Yusuf. 1.61%.
We're gonna short it.
Yeah, where? At a million. But how do you short stuff like this? Hey, don't get me wrong, I don't even know how to trade this. And just keeps going. 1.55%. Well played, Nasdaq. Well played. How's the liquidations doing? There's not much liquidate. Yeah, there's 8 million short liquidated in the last hour. It looks to me that Bitcoin... No, it's not. It's not coming back down. It's gonna retrace this scan. I feel something's brewing, man. You know, something is off.
I'm still quite confident about the short, to be honest.
Me too. I am.
I'm putting my money on the line for that.
Yeah, we all are. I'm confident in it as well. Borat is right, short is the way.
Borat is right. Who's Borat? Me?
It's definitely not me, man.
In Kazakhstan, we only short Bitcoin. So in Kazakhstan, we only short Bitcoin.
In Kazakhstan.
Any people from Russia on the stream? Any people? Is Kazakhstan in Russia?
I'm gonna stay out of this, man. I avoid political, except when it's Uncle Donald.
I think people should only talk politics when they're drinking whiskey, in my opinion.
But you don't drink.
Exactly, that's why I don't talk politics.
This guy. I'm so happy that he isn't twins. Hello from Ukraine. I agree. We have no clue what she's agreeing to, but she agrees.
Just came back from Kazakhstan. Nice, riding horses there. What?
Yes. Yeah.
You know what I just remembered?
I don't know what you just remembered.
Someone
oh yeah. Bro, we cannot say that. Bro.
It's hilarious, man.
It is.
Oh god. Jeez. Nice pullback there.
Yes, finally. Dump it, Bitcoin, dump it. Nasdaq is dumping. Dow Jones is dumping. DXY is still holding. The dollar is holding. Oil is also dumping. Oh, they're buying it back again. Never mind. and above the line. Look at this buyback, man. It's like it's free, you know?
Something is really off, to be honest, because pound yen is going up, right? We're in a position right now, but gold is also going up. Now make that make sense to me. It doesn't make sense at all.
I've tried to make. I've
They're
stopped
moving
trying
in the
to
same
make.
direction. It's insane. Pound yen and gold. It's.
I've never seen it.
I wonder if Trump is speaking tonight.
I don't know, bro. He's it's wild. We are waiting the limit short on the screen. Chento been quiet on Discord today. Yeah, what is for me to update? Like what have you seen it?
Guys, for whoever is looking for GBP and ZD, that trade is invalid.
Okay.
Yeah.
Invalidated.
We waited 15 minutes. It didn't give it to us.
No.
Same thing today on GBP, AUD. It just don't want to give it to us. So.
Trump posted that USA would take Iceland in the near future. I don't know if that's true or not, but it's. You know, normally if you would sit in a live stream and there was someone that's saying that a global leader is talking about taking an island or taking a country or whatever, you'll be like, yeah, you know, it's a joke. But as soon as someone says Trump is talking about taking XYZ, you're like, I have to fact check it.
Yeah,
you know?
I believe it.
Yeah, there's always like a 40% chance that he's actually taking it. And it might be Iceland or Greenland. Because he doesn't know the difference between them.
No, wait, hold on. I saw a video of his daughter saying that they stopped at an island and they went hiking and they found an island.
Yeah, probably.
What are they talking about? Iceland?
I don't know, man. I don't know what these guys find.
She said they discovered an island, but there were people living on there.
That's insane. That's genuinely insane. Oh, there's a buyback above the line. Bro! What the hell?
Come on, DXY, show us some love here. There you go. Come on, DXY is pumping again, but the only problem is that BTC is moving in the same direction. DXY is going up, Bitcoin is going up.
Everything is going. I think it's gonna retest the EMA and then probably pump again there. Blackstone was the biggest IPO before the crash of 2008. The markets refused to go down. Same will happen with SpaceX. That's actually not a bad statement, to be honest. Just say hello fam, hello fam. He's chill, he has fun, no problem, the chaos around him. Who are we talking about? Gold, oil, silver, everything is going up except Bitcoin is going down. Chento is chaos, by the way. Pretty unhinged statement yet again. Don't know what people have against me today. Bro, look at this. I'm watching it in awe. Even oil is recovering. Oil is recovering. DXY is going up. What the hell? I
just want a little push to the upside on BTC. Then I'm shorting that baby, my baby cakes.
Oh, it's pumping again. It's genuinely hilarious. Bro, Nasdaq has wings. Look at this.
It probably drank Red Bull.
It sniffed cocaine.
No, Nasdaq is halal. Cocaine is haram, you know. It doesn't do cocaine.
Look at how they flip this candle, right? And this is Dow signs that I'm looking at. Look at how they flip this candle and what they do in the first 30 seconds. That's not right. It's not right at all. You cannot explain to me where this buying pressure is coming from to flip the candle green around closure of the candle with a wick that big to the downside and then manage to pressure it plus more in the first 40 seconds of the new candle.
That's crazy. And if you look at the two red candles that got no wicks to the upside.
Yes. So it's instantaneous pressure.
And someone in the chat earlier said, let's scalp for fun. My friend, I don't know how you scalp in that. I don't know what skills have you got, what algorithms you got running to scalp that.
I know a way how to do it.
You need the real speed for that.
No, bro, you just flip a coin before... You flip a coin for every candle.
Like how the Chinese name their kids. They throw a coin on the floor.
No. They throw a frying pan off the stairs.
And go ting tong ping pong.
Ping pong ding dong.
Yesterday we had dinner, me and Chento, and a lady asked him, where you from? He said, I'm Chinese.
Yeah. She didn't believe me. Imagine. People didn't believe me I was Chinese. Some of you lads seem real nice, intelligent, and respectable. Yeah, it's probably not me and him, is it? Guys, again, hit the like button. It's the only thing that makes us grow and help us on our journey to hopefully Valhalla. Yeah. Hit the like button. What can I say? S&P is slowly retreating.
Nasdaq triggered us in.
Nice.
Yeah.
Listen, I must admit I'm getting triggered for the last hour. Not in trades, but I am definitely getting triggered.
So 29016, that was our entry on the Discord.
You're gonna flip this candle again, I'm telling you.
Let me see if everyone should be break even.
Bro, these are not even candles, these are scandals.
I think everyone should go break even.
Look at Nasdaq. Nasdaq is gonna flip it up. Look at how much liquidity there's already piling in on the downside. We've been here this morning. and they're absolutely filling up the order book. Look at how much liquidity is instantly accumulating all the way down 61k. This is fresh liquidity, right? We've been here recently. You see how they instantly refill the order book all the way to 60k. This is yesterday evening, and it's already refilled with high leverage liquidations. People are still degen longing. Like genuinely degen longing. That's not healthy.
Absolutely not.
It's too much for me, the candle.
I think people should focus less on trading and more on reading the direction of the market.
Yeah.
For a while.
But it's hard. I think reading the direction is one of the hardest things in trading. If not the hardest thing, personally.
There we go. I think everyone...
The United States will be hitting Iran, whose Navy, Air Force, radar, anti-aircraft and all other forms of defense together with most of the defense's capabilities are gone. Very hard tonight. At some point in the not too distant future, we will be taking Khark Island and other oil infrastructure points and assume total control of the oil and gas markets, much like we have with Venezuela, which is working out brilliantly for both Venezuela and the United States of America. Thank you for your attention, Uncle Donald. Bro, since when can you tweet shit like that publicly? Oh, by the way, we're gonna destroy everything you have. Thank you for coming. We did the same to Venezuela. It's working brilliant. Bye. At what point do you take your phone away if your grandparents become senile?
Man, this guy, I think they blackmailed him hard and someone is controlling him and telling him what to do.
It must be, because
honestly,
no one can be this retarded by nature, right?
I promise you, it's insane. What he's doing is, geez, at least Uncle Biden was sleeping, you know, when he was in power.
Yeah.
This guy is widely awake on crystal meth. Wow, look at that.
The biggest narcissist alive. He kinda is up there, yeah. He's doing funky stuff.
Wow, look at that entry we got on the Discord this morning I've sent.
Which one?
On Bitcoin.
Nice.
Look at that, that's beautiful. And I've said
Bro,
it
you are
to
pretty, but you know that, right?
I got a girlfriend. Plus, you're not my type, Chento. I've told you that 10 times.
Yeah. It's Russian and plastic.
You know, this is the second time this happened to us, where we enter and it just dumps and we have the biggest day ever.
Yeah.
And look at that entry.
Look at Nasdaq. Nasdaq coming down, S&P coming down, Dow Jones coming down. This could get ugly fast. I have to take a quick bathroom break. I'm gonna leave you guys with King Azuli for a minute.
We currently up 1 to 2 on the Nasdaq trade. So if you guys go on the Nasdaq 100, I use FXCM personally. Oh, look at that beautiful entry. We entered at 29.016, so $29,016. Beautiful entry. Whoever is in that trade and is in our Discord that got the entry from my channel, please go break even on that position. I've already sent you a message on there. Guys, protecting your capital is the most important thing you can do. Risk management, I always say to the boys, it's all about how small can you go in and how big you can come out. We have GBP JPY taking us out break even, so that's absolutely fine, and that's the reason we do what we do, is we manage our risk correctly. So if you go to GBP JPY, this thing. So we had an entry over here earlier, we showed you guys at 66, and then went break even, protected our capital, and now we're not crying about it. It's fine, it happens. What else do we have? Bitcoin. Let's go back to BTC, guys. I know you guys love BTC. BTC is dumping right now.
Nice.
It's still holding that MA you have there.
Yeah, bro, what can I say? It's the strongest thing in the world. I told you.
Stronger than Donald Trump opinion.
Listen, this thing could hold the American Air Force. If Iran was based on this line, America wouldn't stand a chance.
So
until now, the first 45 minutes of New York have been a big bowl of absolutely nothing. Look at those dumping, and Bitcoin's now holding. Bitcoin's just refusing. Bitcoin's like, nah, won't do it. You see, bouncing on the line. No, won't do it.
just, you know what you can do? If you wanted to dump, just put that indicator off. Put the MA out of the charts.
You think that's the issue? But look at it. It's insane, no?
So these indicators are gonna be released soon,
Yes,
right?
to the community. Everyone that is trading under our link will get access as soon as our bot is done, because we need a way to check if people are actually using the link, etc. But it's impeccable.
It's absolutely insane. Look at that reactions we get in all the time on the stream.
Yeah.
Well, people are not gonna need you anymore once you give them these indicators.
I
You
hope.
can,
Then
you
I
can
can
go
sit and
chill on
chill.
your island.
Yeah. The other one we're using is 𝗨𝗏𝗏𝗏. It's for free. Chento, don't give up on 𝗥𝗲𝗄𝗏𝗏𝗏. Keep trying no matter what he says his type is. Bro, why is the chat so insanely unhinged? This chat is wild. Okay, guys, let's do 1, press the like button. Secondly, join the free Discord. Third, if you're bullish, type 1. If you're bearish, type 2. Let's see if it changed in around here. Where can we find your channel and content, King? It's in the Discord, man. It's free. He's called 𝗥𝗲𝗄𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏. 𝗥𝗲𝗄𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏.
Wow, look at that entry. We're currently up 1 to 3 on the Nasdaq.
222 Nas short printing, King.
Oh, I love to hear that, boys.
Oh.
Come on, let's go.
Oh, don't get him 2 rounds. Listen, this guy already has some ego problems. Jeez.
Good ones, good ones.
Yeah, of course.
Very nice.
Very nice. Oh, we're dumping. I swear, if we lose this line, it's back to 14k.
Is he a real king or fake king?
Bro, he's the real king. Why would I get a fake king? If you want to have something fake, go to Paragon.
Look how he spells my name, Yusuf.
Bro, Usif. I don't know Usif. Look, it's bouncing again.
No, I just put on an accent for whoever is asking to just sound sexy, you know? I know you guys like that. That's why you're on the live.
Bro, you cannot make this up.
No, you can't make
cannot
it this up.
Look at those candles. Look at the buyback on the 5 second. You cannot make that shit up. This is genuinely crazy. Trying to open a chart on the phone, it's not working. It's not a candle, that's a scandal. It's absolutely scandalous. So we have this. Positions unchanged.
Wow, absolutely insane. Look at that Nasdaq trade. All right, hopefully we can get this within 2 hours. We can take profit, hit a 128, and we call it a day. That's 27% for the day. Not bad.
No, that's not bad at all.
We've had better days. 150% 2 days ago.
Yeah.
3 trades gave us 150%. You can't make this up. One of them is still running, GBP NZD. Oh, look at that. Look at that.
Look at the buyback.
I've told them on the Discord they must wait for that engulfing candle. And it gave it to us and it just went straight flying.
Nice.
On GBP NZD. Absolutely beautiful. Well done to whoever took
pretty.
that trade.
Listen, I would bet on us staying here for the next 4 months. Now you can make money as well. Just follow this line.
Look, it's just going like...
Bro, but look at the 5-second candle there, right? Look at the buybacks on it. It's insane. This line is flattening out, guys. Even the line is giving up. Nasdaq is dumping. Dow Jones is dumping. S&P is dumping. Oil is pumping. The dollar is pumping, and
I love to see the dollar pumping.
Me too.
I think from now on, we up on the dollar.
You see, seems like the Nas was fresh, eh? I don't even have to read the name.
I know.
That must be Thomas.
You see.
You see.
Making some nice money.
Sorry about the 1-2. My stream wasn't live. But I have no clue what you're saying. Yeah, guys. So, okay, summary. Bitcoin impenetrable at 62.8. No chance. Untakeable fortress. It's like Fort Knox of Bitcoin. If the Venezuelan government had this line, they would still be in charge. Nasdaq got sniped by Yusuf. S&P looks bleach. Nasdaq is still having a will of its own and doing Nasdaq things. Well, going up. Oil is retracing the dump. The dollar looks strong or is getting stronger, so might fly. It looks to me like Bitcoin is waiting for the stock markets to slightly go up and it's going to absolutely rocket. We tried to push down. It's not giving the move to the downside. We remain in this mid-range and in this mid-region, and that is very, very dangerous. Tomorrow I'm traveling, or actually I'm traveling tonight, so there's no stream. Same for Sunday. Hope you enjoyed it, and I'll catch you all on Monday. Hit the like on the way out and stay safe, because Bitcoin is gonna stay above the line. What can I say?